Welcome back to Football. We have some good things happening here in the break. I'm going to contain myself now. Look, we're talking about great starts to the season and great performances. This is our spotlight segment, obviously, Ben, and we're going to look at something different. We're going to look at junior football today, and specifically a program, junior development program called Australian Footballers Pathways Program. Now, this is run by John Walker and his crew, and I know that you've met John, and the guy is all about progressing juniors to be able to play to their highest possible level, and obviously looking at feeding young guys through to not only our own Sassy and Adelaide United, if that's possible, but also looking at overseas and getting them opportunities overseas. I know you've spoken to him as well. Yeah,
I think it's fantastic. You know, anyone who's looking at developing younger players for the benefit of football in general is doing a fantastic job as far as I'm concerned, because it does take a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of effort, and you know, it's something that has been missing certainly in my younger years. You know, you had your representative teams and stuff, and that was your opportunity to get probably a higher level of training. But even then, you know, as far as academies and those type of things, it was pretty much non-existent back then, and not that it would have helped me too much, but you know, but seeing that, and you know, and obviously also what Maxi does at Adelaide Hills as far as that academy, and now seeing the benefit of that as well. So obviously on a bigger scale, it's excellent.
Well, as I said to you, we did do a lot of work pre-season for full-on football, getting out and doing these interviews and looking at things. Now, we went off to the Australian Footballers Pathways Program live-in camp. This is a very different aspect of football, where the young players or the participants come and get dropped off on one day, and they stay for 4 days at this camp, living in with each other, learning all about the skills and tactics of football, but also about nutrition, about core body work, about attitude of what it takes to be a high-level player. We did take a bit of footage of what they did. Obviously, I was only there for a short time, so we weren't able to get the full impact of what they do within a camp. I'm hoping to do that these next school holidays, but I just thought if you'd just like to sit back and have a little bit of a look, and we spoke to some of the kids that were participating, so let's have a look at that. 5-day living camp, and rather than have anyone else speak about it, I thought we'd talk to the people that are actually participating in it. So to all of you out there, I'd like to introduce everybody that's in here. Welcome to Full-On Football, guys. Now, have you been enjoying this camp so far?
Yes.
Yes. It's been really good fun, has it?
Yes.
Hard work?
Yes.
Okay, now, if somebody'd like to answer a question for me, if I actually wanted to come along to this camp, what sort of things would I be doing, or what have you been doing? Yes?
Core body work and running.
Okay, so did you know about core body work before you came along to this?
No.
So has that helped you in your fitness?
Yeah.
And you found that quite interesting?
Yeah.
So you found out how your body can actually work?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Does anybody else want to give me something to think about? What other things have you been doing? Yes?
We've been learning about formations and how to keep your formation in the game.
That's great to have, isn't it? Fantastic. And you want to...
yeah, we've also been learning about nutrition and what's good for you and what's not good for you.
And that's very important too, if you want to bring out the best in yourself as a footballer, isn't it? Okay, now, I'd like to ask you, what's the best thing that you have done when you've been here?
Playing soccer.
Oh, playing soccer, how pretty, good answer. Fantastic. And what's the hardest thing that any one of you has done? Yes?
Probably the parachute running running up and down the stairs.
Okay, parachute running. Tell me what that's all about.
Well, parachute running, it's a race. There's one person without a parachute on their back, and then there's one with a parachute, and it's a race, and the one with the parachute has to try and beat the one without the parachute.
So it would be harder to run with a parachute?
Yeah.
Because the wind's catching you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Who had not been on a camp before they came here? On a football camp? Very interesting. So do you think it's a good thing?
Yeah.
Yes. It gives you a different idea about football too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And do you think it's brought you closer together?
Yeah.
So who here's friends that they think they might keep after they leave here? Yeah. That's fantastic. And generally, how have you all been getting along? Have you been getting along okay, or have there been any problems? Or no? Fantastic. When you actually leave here, how do you think this camp has helped you to improve your football? Yeah.
Working as a team and our formations that we learned from John, and just like keeping it on our back foot and keeping possession of the ball.
And do you think you're going to remember all these things once you leave, you go away from here, in an environment like this when you're in a camp? And this is fantastic for you. I think it's terrific because not many people can experience this type of thing. So you go away now and you go back to your clubs. Does everybody play for a club or school? Yeah. So you can go away and you can actually teach somebody else the things that you've learned as well. Look, I'd like to thank everybody for letting us come in and have a bit of a look around. We're going to go outside and have a look at what some of the kids are doing, and we're actually going to have a bit of a chat to John Walker and just find out what his objectives were with this camp. So we'll catch you on the other side of this break.
I'll say one touch off the pitch, please. Go Connor, get in there, son. Go get it.